I have a strategy. So I use a combination of two words. Adieu, which apparently is in the English dictionary, and it covers most of the vowels. So it's literally A, D, I, E, U. Then I check if any of the vowels or the letter D is part of the word. And then the next one that I cover is cloth. And that covers the, one of the two remaining vowels. And, oh yeah, let me do that. And I guess C, L, T, H, especially TH, which are fairly common letters in my opinion. So this is kind of what I like to do as two first words. So let's start with the first one. Okay, what do we have? Oh, letter D. Okay, so then in that case, I usually do this just to test out whether the O is being used. Okay, so we have L-O-D that we know so far. D is a second character for sure, so like I like to do this to visualize and see if anything comes out of mind. What I like to think is, so the letter D is not often paired with another consonant to make a sound, right? So you can't say like SD, like SD, or that or SDO, whatever vowel would come after. So odds are there's a vowel as the first letter. That's what my thinking, what my rationale is saying. So I have a feeling that it might be like O-D, and then there's an L somewhere. A part of me, I don't know if, no, that's not a word. Interesting. So I wonder what the L would be, because L wouldn't make sense too much after a D. It's usually at the end of the word that you would have D-L-E, like no, that's no, I was supposed to say edible, but technically it's B-L-E. Actually, I don't think D-L-E, well, no, I don't think there's a lot of D-L-Es. Double? Yeah, double. No, that's a B as well. Huh. So I'm assuming the L might not be the third letter. So it would be something like that. So if I do... There's no I, there's no A, there's no E, there's no U. Oh! What if it was oddly? Yeah, that would work. Hey! There you go. So then that's what we're gonna do together. And then that would basically produce my short form for the week that I'm gonna post once a day on vertical stuff like YouTube Shorts, TikTok, maybe Instagram Reels, we'll see. All right, and you know what? I think it's the first time that I solve it in 3 guesses. Usually I always get between like 3, 4, and 5. But here we go. Okay. So it's all like, I'm fascinated by language and like just the placement of letters and the sounds that they make, because I'm like, some combinations of consonants do not exist in the English language. So I'm like trying to filter out basically what is possible and what is not possible. Okay. 24th. We're gonna start again. So I do. Okay, I-E. So we probably got a lot of the vowels covered. Now, I don't know if... Whoa! Okay, we got 3 letters. And we got 4 letters, and 3 of them are already in the right place. So it's technically X, L, E, T, and then X, which I'll say for now. But literally the first word that came to mind is elite. And there would be like a double E. And this works because obviously E is not in the 4th row because it's yellow, not green. So, elite? You know what? today's not so much of a bad day. I might be getting things right. Look at this. That's crazy. Whoa. Okay, I'm getting them really quickly. I thought it'd take more time. It is what it is. That's why like the azure cloth combination is just a masterpiece. It's OP. It's OP. Okay, let's do it again. So azure as the first one. Let's see what we have. Nothing. Okay. So odds are there's going to be an O in it. Okay, so we got a C, which is in the right position, and we got an O, which is not in the third position. Now, C could be combined with, or like if C is the first letter, we could have something like CRO, and I think it would be the only other consonant that could come after C if it's not directly the letter O. But considering the fact that there aren't any other vowels, I think the odds are there's probably... Oh, but it can't be CRO because the O is not there. So no, it has to be like this. Because I feel like since we're starting with a consonant, having a vowel only as the fourth or the fifth does not make sense. In the English language, you don't have a combination of that many consonants together. Unless it's in the middle of the word of a very like scientific word. But not in a 5-letter word. So it's CO. I'm fairly confident with that. Now, what else we have? We have a lot of consonants. Usually like M and N's are fairly popular in sounds. I feel we don't have an L, so we don't have a combination with like BL. No, actually we don't have an E anyway, so that wouldn't work. Okay. We have an S. Interesting. Let me actually put X's right now, just so to visualize the full word. CO. Now I'm thinking Z could be interesting, but the only thing I can come up with right now is cozy, but that's a 4-letter word. We do have a Y, so I feel like maybe the word ends with a Y at the end, potentially. Because once again, having 3, I mean, it's not uncommon, but having 3 consonants back to back means it might have to, it cannot be a TH combination because we don't have those letters. It can't even be a GH because we don't have the H. So I feel like S, or it could be a plural where it would end with an S, something like that. So based on the letters that we have, what 4-letter word could we create that ends with an S? We could say, now we're talking about a combination of 2 consonants that actually go together, right? So like something like J and K obviously don't go together. That doesn't make sense. B and K neither. Maybe something with V, but I'm not sure. No, cough doesn't work. We don't have a U, and well, H as well. CO. I don't know. There's I really want to like. I feel like it could end with a Y. This is. Okay, this one is a little more challenging. Well, what if it goes with an N, right? Con, and then con. I know it's not a word, but like something like that. Con by. Is that a word? Can I? No, it is not a word. You know, when I'm stuck, I try to, even though I know some letters might not be available, I still use them just to cross out other letters. But let me see, call, like, I don't think, that's not a word. No, I can't use it. I don't think it's a double, it can't be a double O because the O can't be in the third letter. Whoa, okay. So COS, what else could we put after that? Because literally the only word that's coming to mind right now is costs, like a plural of cost, but we don't have the T. So cobs? I don't think that's, yeah, no. But we did confirm that the O is in the second place. And there's no S. And S is a fairly common letter. So that's a big one that we knocked out. So CO. CO, what? CO. What if it's like, it's actually not that far. I said Connor before, but no, it can be an, it can't be an M and N. Kovar, no, that doesn't make sense. F, Kovar, no. Huh. What? CO. I'm trying to see any combination of two consonants together. Q. CO. No, I thought of the word convoy, but that is one too many letters. What about a convo? Short form for conversation. Ooh, okay. Oh wow, but we're getting close to the end. So no N, no V, and not an O at the end. Actually, no other O's to begin with, because otherwise it would be yellow if it was in the fourth position. Oh, okay. CO. Will this be the first failure that I have in the game? Because I usually get them all. Let me think. Sometimes it's words that I don't even know, and I just like, from logical deduction, find one or find it. Okay, so it's a combination of 3 vowels. Well, it could be technically a Y. So, oh, what about a corgi? The dog. No, okay, never mind. Is it spelled with a Y? I'm not sure. Oh, it could have been corny, but we don't have an N anymore. Cor. No S, so it can't end with a plural, so it can't be a 4-letter word. Cor. Cop. No, it couldn't be copy like that. I don't think that's a word. Could it be what if it ends with a RY? So Copri, I don't think that's a thing. Can't be a K, it doesn't make sense. Cofree. Ko-rai? No, I don't think. Nah, that doesn't make sense either. I don't think that's a word. Yeah, no. Oh, Erica, you think you have it? Okay. I have now a bit of pressure. Competition. CO. CO. Wait. Okay. No, I can't copy. No. I am stuck. Oh! You know what? It's so rare that we have a Z. No. No, wait. No, Cozy has one Z. What am I saying? Thank you. I appreciate it, Erica. Cool. No, what I meant to say is comfy. Is that a... I was like cozy. No, wait, something's wrong, but I wanted to say something similar to it. Comfy. Got it. Got it. Was that the word, Erica, that you had in mind? Oh no, my mouse is resetting. Hold on. Okay. At least we got it. It's not my first failure. Very happy about that. Okay. 26. Let's go. Let's do it again. Cork. Whoa. Okay. Although cork, I think doesn't have the C before the K. Well, at least the cork of like a wine bottle or something like that. Oh yeah, no. The cork has, I think it's CORK, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe. Well, it's okay. I'm on a streak. I'm maintaining my streak. Okay, let's go. Adieu. Oh, we have an E only. Okay, cloth. Okay, so we got a combination of OE, but nothing else. Immediately, my first thought was money. I literally saw OE, and then my eyes went to an M, and I was like, wait, we also have a Y. So is it money? It's not money, but the O is still not in the, it's not in the second or third position, and it would be impossible to be in the last one because, well, no, rodeo. Well, it could be like rodeo. So no, it's not impossible. Uncommon, but I guess it depends on the word. Okay, so otherwise it has to be the first letter. Cork. I've seen way too many corks in my life not to know how it's not to know how it's spelled. Okay, so not money. What else do we have? We have, I was about to say board, but we don't have a D, and the O isn't in that place. Interesting. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Hello, Lokester on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out, if I really get stumped and I can't do it, I'll ask for help. But if you want to try to solve it, I mean, I don't know if you have access to the game, but you can try to figure out what the word is, and then you can let me know whether you had it before I did. But I'll try to be autonomous as much as possible in the puzzle. But welcome. Okay, he's second to last. I feel like something, it could be like ER, oops, or ER like that. So yeah, because any other letters after an E, unless it's the O, Q doesn't make sense. W, well, maybe W. It could be It could be like, oh, well, no, I was about to say fewer, but that doesn't make sense. It doesn't contain an O. And we don't have any other vowels. So yeah, odds are I feel like it's starting with an O, because otherwise we'd have 3 letters with just consonants at the beginning of the word, unless it's like ST, no, not even STR, but we don't have a T. Yeah. So if it's O, then 2 consonants, and then E, and then consonant. I'm doing well, thanks. I'm my neurons are getting activated. How are you doing? Ooh. If it's, no, I thought of like opener, but no ends, and also that's a 6-letter word. What if it was a double E at the end? Like, Opier, no. Obier, no, that doesn't make sense. Ovier? No. No. Maybe OR. Oh, that could be a combination at the beginning. Or like over? No, that doesn't make sense. No way! We are connected. Like oper? No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, Q? No, we don't have a U after, so that doesn't make sense either. O B? Oops. O B. Ober. Ooh, that's a little bit of a toughie. O, and then E, like that. Although it could be a Y. No, it's not a Y. There's no way it's Y. What am I saying? Do I have... Oh, wait, I have an idea. Otter. Yeah, the O first, double T's, R at the end, common letters. No way. Okay, so the 2 T's are not okay, but we got the R at the end. So, and the O, we confirmed that it's at the beginning. It's advancement, improvement. We're gonna get there. So O-E-R. So what options do we have? I can't see any combination. I mean, obviously the word exists, so there has to be a combination that works, but Osper, like SP? No. What if it like it had an R, like OR something ER? So or per or burr or ver, no. Oh, an offer. Double F. Ah, there you go. Okie dokie. All right. You know what? That double letter is really a tricky one. Because you don't, like, it's one that I easily forget that the same letter is back to back. Offer, that's what it was. Okay. Next one. I love it. I love it. It teases my brain so much. It's so much fun. Okay, let's restart. Adieu. Let's see how many we get. Oh, AI. Interesting. And then we have clock. L in the right position. Interesting. Okay, so I feel like it's a consonant at the beginning, like some sort of like, I don't know if is that a word? No, that's not a word. But something like that. Oh wait, plaid. Ooh, okay, so plane. Hey, okay. You know what? Sometimes it just clicks. Sometimes you do things accidentally and it shows up on screen. And then you're like, oh, yeah. And you solve it in 4. That's why I'm like, I got I pay for the membership. It's not expensive, but it's like I can't just do one, because if it's too quick, I won't be satisfied. I got to do multiple. So I got the access to the Wordle archive, and I can do multiple puzzles. Cool. This one. Let's go. Ooh, okay, it's a U. Let's see if there's an O pairing with a U. Not even. Okay, a T only. Interesting. And it's not the second last letter. That's a U, but no O. U is not the last letter. Okay. We can work with something. I feel like it might be like a P. There's no O though, so yeah. Oh well, I guess. Like some. It's gonna be a weird combination, but like something like that. I feel like it's gonna be an odd one. Maybe no. I was about to say grudge, but that's a 6-letter word, and we don't have the D anyway. But it's definitely gonna be like oh, maybe like this. No way. No way. What? Okay. My neurons are like warming up. I was like, because the PR combination was a little weird to me at the beginning, but I was like, oh, but ST is a very common one. I know, that was crazy. I get so much serotonin from these activities and dopamine. It's crazy. But yeah, I was like, oh, PR is nah, but ST and then SCU because it's not a fourth, and then I just my mind's stump because somebody. Oh yeah, I said it earlier. If I'm stump, I'll ask for help. So I think that's why. Oh, but Brunt would have been a good one. Yeah, that could have worked. Yep, absolutely. Okay. June is finished, so we have 2 other ones that I want to cover. Yesterday's puzzle. Let's do this. Okay, let's start. Adieu. Okay, we got 2 letters, and the A is in the right position already. Love this. Cloth, let's see if we have anything. Oh, we have T. That's not in the 4th. So... Right, so it starts with A for sure. And then what if T was the second? Yeah, because I and T. There's no H. So we can't have like a TH combination at the end, which wouldn't make sense anyway because T can't be 4. I was about to say Arctic, which would make sense for the T and the I, but we don't have the C. And then, so if we do, we can't do a rest. That wouldn't make sense. It doesn't involve an I. assist would have two S's, IST, so that's a six-letter word. That doesn't make sense. After, we don't have an E. I need to focus on the I. I need to find words that start with A and have an I in it. And I keep thinking artist, but that's a six-letter word, so it doesn't work. I really have a feeling that the I is the fourth letter, just because of like, it would make a lot of sense to have a double consonant as 2, 3, and then 1 to close out the word at 5. So like something like this where maybe, oh, I was about to say attic, but then same issue as Arctic. We don't have C. So I don't know, like an affid, I don't know, that's not a word. I think I was thinking of affidavit, which is like a legal term. Because I can't think of any word that would start with AI at the beginning. Unless it's air. Ooh! Could it be Atari? Like the brand of the game? No, no brands. Okay. It's what starts with A that has an I in it? I'm like airplay, but that's a 6-letter word, and it's also a branded thing. I don't think it would be a generic word. But like if I look at AI combinations, air. No, that it doesn't leave us enough space for any of the combinations that we have. So my brain went, a bird. That doesn't make sense. A Paul, but that doesn't have an I, and we don't have L's anyway. A, like TI? Oh yeah, no, I thought of a tire, but wrong placement for the I, wrong, and we don't have an E at the end. Maybe it doesn't have a T, but I'm like thinking again, we could test out if there's another A, and then no way. Again, could tell us if the I is in the right position, if there's a double A. Get rid of the G and the N, which are like fairly common letters. I know I'm not going to win this, but it'll provide us with a lot of information. Ooh! See, so there are 2 A's and the I is in the 4th placement. Okay, that confirms it. So, wait, there's 2 A's? It wouldn't be at the beginning. It couldn't be like an A thing. So it has to be something like that. So what? What? No, Q doesn't work as a second letter. W doesn't work. R. Arpia? Arbia? That doesn't work. Armia? No. Arzia? Arcia? I want to focus on the last part. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pia could be something. But it doesn't work with it. AV? No. Arbia? Let me test it. I don't know if Arbia is a... No. Armia? No. And it wouldn't be like a double amino or Appia. No. Aria. Aria? No. Artia, that doesn't exist. Oh, maybe like an AW situation? Wait, no. Although this looks familiar, I feel like I've seen a word like this before. That's crazy. Oh, but we have a T. Whoa, I completely forgot about the letter T. So it has to be some sort of like A-T something. Like Atria? You know what? I think Atria is a plural of atrium. Or atria, oh, hold on. AI says atria refers to the plural form of atrium. Yeah. So remember how in Dawson we have the atrium in the center? Because it's one main chamber. An atrium is a part of the heart. It's one of the four main chambers of the heart. So atria is a plural of atrium. And yeah, in the context of the heart, atria are the two upper chambers that receive blood from the veins. You know what? Adding it to my dictionary as well. But as soon as I put together atria, I was like, wow, that really resembles atrium. And that's why I said, oh, I think it might be the plural of atrium. Damn. Okay. Let's do today's. No, I'm not ready to create my own. Not yet. Okay, let's do Azia. Only an I. Interesting. Let's see if there's an O in it. No. Oh. Ooh. Okay, so the I is in the middle, and then the L and a T are present. Literally what came to mind was like trial, which I know is wrong because we don't have an A, but I feel like testing it because of the placement of the letters that we know for a fact are there. The I works, the L and the T are not in the right positions, and it would test the R. So let me see if that works. Okay, so definitely not that. I love how like symmetrical it looks. Interesting. Now the I being the third letter to me means that it's probably a combination of two consonants at the beginning. So it would be either starting with L, but it's a weird. Oh wow, I missed out. Okay, Logster, you said I'm good. I was looking for something to watch while I eat, and I enjoy your music reactions and thought you'd tune in. Oh, that's very sweet. Thanks for joining. And hi, Morgan. Yeah, testing it is definitely worth it. When you're like early enough in the puzzle, it's a great strategy as long as you don't waste it, right? You don't just like take a random word and, I mean, as long as it's letters that you don't have confirmation for. But yeah, but hi, Morgan. Thanks for joining. Okay, let me think. So what I was saying is that the L is definitely not the second, nor the last, nor the third. It has to be either the first or the fourth. Now, as a fourth, it could make sense. As a first, if it's a combination of two consonants, there is not in the English language a combination of L, another consonant, and then vowels. That doesn't exist. Therefore, I'm pretty confident that it's something T, I, L, something. Oops. So we don't have any other vowels. So, but we do have like S. Oh, I was about to say still maybe could be interesting. But it's definitely not an L at the end. But it could be stilly? Is that a word? I mean, we are using the S. The T fits. The L fits. The I fits. That's not a word. Okay. A stilt. What if it's like a double T, but they're not next to each other? Ayo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got it. Okay, that was fun. Damn, stilt. I love how symmetrical it looks. I'm fascinated by that. I'm like looking at it as if I'm a proud father, just like proud of my puzzle. So, hey Haley, thanks for joining. I don't know if happy was an attempt at trying to figure out the puzzle, but well, we discovered that that was not the answer. Stilt was.